Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. Either way, I am so excited to have you here. And if you are new, my name is Kimber. I'm a licensed cosmetologist of 10 plus years and also a makeup artist. I'm a mommy, a fire wife, all the good things. And what you'll see mostly on this page is all things beauty. I love educating and giving tips and tricks, things like that with hair, makeup, skincare. So that is what you will see here on this channel. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and like this video, tap that bell, and make sure to subscribe. This has been one of the most frequently asked questions lately regarding how do you go so long between washing your hair. Now, we're not going to get too much into the after you wash your hair part quite yet. So this is going to be kind of broken up into a couple different chunks. In order to go 10 plus days between washing my hair, it all stems from properly washing my hair. And a lot of people, you would be surprised, don't know how to wash their hair. Did you know that you're actually supposed to shampoo your hair twice? Over the years, I've learned why it's so important to shampoo your hair at least twice. For today's video, I am just going to be walking you through step by step how to properly wash your hair, because when you properly wash your hair, you'll be able to go that much longer in between washes. So the first step is using a clarifying shampoo. What a clarifying shampoo does is it cleanses and gets rid of all of that buildup that can happen in our hair, whether you're using products that can cause buildup or just kind of the daily dirt and grime. You want to get rid of any excess oils, any dirt, yucky kind of stuff that can build up in your hair. This is what a clarifying shampoo is for. So for this demo, I'm using the Redken clarifying shampoo. If you are one who tends to get staticky hair, I would not recommend this shampoo. But any type of shampoo that it says it's a clarifying shampoo, it's going to detox your hair, that is a good shampoo to go ahead and grab. When you are washing your hair, you want to make sure that you're using the pads of your fingers. So this part right here on my finger, this is the pads of my fingers. That is what you want to be scrubbing your scalp with, not your nails, but the pads of your fingers. And you really want to make sure to get along this hairline right here and really focus the shampoo just on the scalp. Shampoo is meant for your scalp, not for the ends. If you're using it on the ends and you feel like you have dry hair, that's probably why. The shampoo is meant to clean your scalp. This is mainly for my blondes. If you are blonde, then listen up. If you're not, skip this step. But I like to use a purple shampoo 1 to 2 times a month, depending on how my blonde is looking. I don't like it to be too ashy, but I don't like it to be too yellow. I don't want it to be too brassy. And so purple shampoo is incredible for blondes. In this demo, I'm using Olaplex, and I have been very happy with this brand so far. From what I've seen, it does stain the hands a little bit, so just be careful of that if you do end up trying Olaplex. I also love Aveda's purple shampoo, as well as the Kristen S from Target. That one is geared more towards if you do really love ashy blonde. That Kristen S is gonna get you to that ashy blonde. But if you like to stay in kind of the lighter, brighter blondes, then I would highly recommend Olaplex or the Aveda purple shampoo. This is the one and only time it is okay to use shampoo on your scalp all the way to your mids, to your ends, because you want to obviously tone up the blonde, and your blonde's not just up here, it's also down here. So this is the one exception to being able to use shampoo on all of your hair. If you already have dry hair as it is, then I highly recommend trying a purple conditioner. A lot of people don't realize there is purple shampoo and conditioner. So give the conditioner a try and see if the conditioner is enough to tone out any of those brassy, unwanted tones. All right, so the third step, or the second step, depending if you're blonde or not, is going to be your regular shampoo. This is going to be what cleanses the cuticle and really cleans out that hair. And so it's not necessarily getting rid of buildup, but it's cleansing the cuticle. Same thing, you're going to want to wash with the pads of your fingers, not the nails, and really get in there and scrub that scalp. Really cleanse it. It's gonna feel so much cleaner after you get done, but it's gonna be a lot of work while you're in the shower because it's a lot of scrubbing. But that second time around, you will get a better sud. So if you're one who really likes sudsy shampoo where you really feel like you're getting your hair clean, the second time around that you shampoo your hair, you'll notice your hair will really start to suds up. Be careful and pay attention to your shampoos because some shampoos are very concentrated, meaning you don't want to wring out all the water in your hair. You actually want to leave the water in your hair. What I mean by this is if you tip your head back in the shower, you get it wet, don't go like this and like wring it all out. You want to just get it wet, then put about a quarter size of shampoo in your hand and get that shampoo going if it's very highly concentrated, because you're going to need some of that water to help build up that sudsiness. After you've done your first 2 rounds of shampoos, you're going to move on to a mask. I like to use a mask 1 to 2 times a month as well, and honestly that's about the amount of times I wash my hair per month. I try to go 10 days. The longer the better, and I know that that can sound really gross, but I promise your hair will thank you for it. Anytime water hits your hair, it automatically tells your hair that it needs to produce more oils. And so that's why if you are washing your hair every single day, you're starting that oil production all over again, every single time. Water to hair equals oil production starting new again. So the longer you go, the more your hair kind of understands, okay, I don't need to produce this much oil because I'm not getting this much water on it. So for the mask, I really do love Olaplex number 3. Masks are incredible for your hair. Think of masks like medicine for your hair. Medicine is a good thing. Medicine is to heal things, but if you overuse medicine, sometimes it can have the opposite effect, right? But when you use the perfect amount of medicine, it gives beautiful healing to anything, right? So you can think of a mask like that for your hair. Keratin can be a good thing. My recommendations when you do use a mask with keratin in it, you want to make sure you read the instructions on how to use it because like I said, too much can be a bad thing. You want to make sure you're kind of in that happy medium, giving your hair the exact healthiness and healing that it needs. So 1 to 2 times a month, and I usually do a mask in between my shampoo and my regular conditioner. So that second shampoo right before I do my regular conditioner. Now you can apply your conditioner to your mids and ends of your hair. Conditioner is meant for here. So you want to apply mids to ends first, and then whatever extra you have on your hands, that's when you can run it up through your scalp, but you want to make sure the majority of it gets on your mids to ends. I try not to wash my hair out with the conditioner for longer than a minute because you want to make sure that you don't strip the conditioning right out of your hair. So go ahead and rinse for about a minute. Now let's talk a little bit about rinsing your hair. You want to make sure that you are always running your hands and your hair in the same direction as the water. So you don't want to be like doing this all over and like matting up your hair. You want to make sure that you're always going down and you're going with the water. That's going to reduce breakage and it's going to help keep your hair healthier longer. So just remember when you're in the shower, just make sure you're just very lightly rinsing everything out, going down the same direction as the water. Whew! That was a lot of steps, and now you can probably see why I don't wash my hair that often, because especially I'm pregnant, and when you're pregnant, you don't have a whole lot of energy to do a whole lot of nothing. And so you can kind of see why I go at least 10 days in between washes, because I just don't have the energy for it. It's a lot of work. By the time you get out of the shower, one of my favorite towels to use is actually just a microfiber towel. You can find these on Amazon, and I will link them below. They are incredible, and I will just wrap my hair up in this towel, let my hair sit in the microfiber towel for honestly probably 30 minutes so that it just really soaks up all that water. You want to make sure that you're not roughing up the hair. You don't want to take a towel, so pretend I have a towel. You don't want to take the towel and do this. That's like the worst thing you can do on your hair, because what's that doing to the ends? It's getting them all in a knot, and you're roughing up the ends. You're breaking the ends of your hair. Don't do that. You just want to take your hair, wring out that water, okay? Throw your hair up in a towel and let it sit. Your hair is most vulnerable when it's wet. So when it comes to brushing your hair, you really want to be as gentle as possible. I know there are some people out there who don't even brush their hair while it's wet. They completely wait till it's dry. I am not one of those people. I use products that are heat activated for volume, and so I do dry my hair, and I'm okay with that because I'm using a heat protectant. I'm really only drying my hair 2 to 3 times a month, so I'm not using a ton of heat on my hair, and that's what's going to get me my volume. But you want to make sure that when you're brushing your hair, you're being gentle. And by doing that, starting at the bottom, working your way towards the top is the best way to do it. Using a wide tooth comb or a wet brush, a vented brush, anything that has wide teeth on it that's going to be able to get through any tangles but isn't going to pull your hair. You don't want to use a fine tooth comb because that will stretch that hair. If you just take your comb and you go top to bottom, you're stretching out those hairs, and then when they bounce back, they're breaking. Okay, so don't use a fine tooth comb, use a wide tooth comb. I will link some of my favorite combs for this below in the description, but make sure you are always working from the bottom, the ends, all the way to the top. You're kind of walking your brush up your hair. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned a lot from this. I know something as simple as washing your hair, you can be like, we need a tutorial for this, but I promise you, once you are washing your hair correctly, everything else kind of falls into place. So we're gonna start this kind of series of how to go a good amount of days in between washes. We're gonna start with how to properly wash your hair first, because having a good base is what's gonna get you that longevity. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it valuable, please make sure to like this video, tap that bell and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week.